All right, I wanted to produce a video on what I think is maybe the worst goddamn all-in-one I've encountered in a long time, other than maybe some Hewlett-Packard products. But it's so bad, I just didn't feel like producing a full-blown video on it, so I'm gonna knock this out on my phone. Anyway, here is the ThinkCentre All-in-One by Lenovo. Now, admittedly, this one is the previous generation, but you can still find them for a pretty good deal online, both on Amazon and Lenovo's website. But let me tell you why you shouldn't buy this piece of shit. It starts with the back. At first glance, you look at the back and you think to yourself, oh, this is kind of cool and interesting. You've got this little thing that, hides the I/O. But then you gotta ask yourself, what's the point? And not only does it hide the I/O, but then you have this stupid thing just sort of sticking up in the middle of the way like a rabbit's ear. It also only comes with one DisplayPort port, doesn't have HDMI. It's got a bunch of regular USB ports right there, but no USB-C to speak of. And then Ethernet, but they neglected to include Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Any computer produced after 1897 should have fucking Wi-Fi in it. There's absolutely no excuse that Lenovo didn't include that in there. When you come over to the side here, you've got what is, again, supposed to be somewhat respectable I/O. You do have two USB-C ports, or rather two USB 3 ports, and then a USB Type-C port right there. But there's no Thunderbolt 4 to speak of, and you can't do display on USB-C, which it's kind of like, again, then why even fucking bother? You do have a TRRRS jack, which is, I guess, okay. And, you've got a thing where you can do video throughput with a DisplayPort, but who the hell is running their PlayStation or Xbox off of DisplayPort? They run it off of HDMI. This is one of the few all-in-ones that can go up and down, and I guess I do kind of like that feature, but in order to accommodate for the up and down, you have to snake the power cable through here, out the stem, and then around this way, and it inevitably gets kind of trapped as you are trying to raise and lower the all-in-one unit. Oh, and there is Kensington lock right there, because everybody uses Kensington lock. Anyway, this thing is an absolute disaster. The speakers were nothing to write home about. The display on it kind of sucked. There is very, very few redeeming qualities about this all-in-one. And then you've got this giant, platform here, as if you're supposed to use that as like a desk or a workspace. So, I don't know. I/O, it's kind of disappointing. Specs on it, kind of disappointing. And the price that you pay for it to not get Wi-Fi or any of the modern luxuries is embarrassing. So, do I recommend the Lenovo ThinkCentre All-in-One? No. But what are some better alternatives? Rather than complaining and not coming up with a viable solution, I'd like to offer some options here. You do, of course, have the Dell Inspiron series all-in-ones. Those are pretty solid. Lenovo also does make some nice all-in-ones. This just isn't one of them. And then, of course, you have the tried and true iMac, which, while it may not have the best I/O in the world, bottom line is it's a good computer and would be perfect for most people for most things. Anyway, we hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be back with another video really soon.